Clemens.
Pleasant.
So then can you check YouTube to see if it's streaming?
We're streaming to Twitch.
How much is an arm
I know,
of
but if
wine?
it's being uploaded to YouTube at the same time.
It goes up afterwards.
Oh, right.
That's an arm of
So
wine.
if you
I
use
think
Google
that
Plus,
was
it'll be
£8.
live on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But Twitch holds the video, then they upload it to YouTube afterwards.
Yeah! Hey!
Hey!
I mean, I'm completely and utterly mellow and professional.
Oh, so have we been streaming since you thought we were?
We didn't have any noise.
Oh, we're just doing now.
We're going to start getting echoes soon, aren't we?
A little bit.
Have we been streaming since you thought we were?
We didn't have any noise.
Oh, we're just doing now.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, cool. I'm going to turn this
getting echoes soon, aren't we?
off. There you go.
Fantastic.
How did
Okay.
this happen? Okay, well, whatever. I'm just going to stand here for a bit.
Okay.
There's a delay, Grant.
Yeah, I know. Turn that noise. Oh, I should actually tweet that I'm doing this.
This is a professionally run operation.
Shut up.
That's so professional.
It's so professional that the person who's professional isn't here at the moment. I was actually going for Mary. But
Oh, yeah. Sorry, right, yeah. They get the gravy on my crotch right there. Everyone's soaking that up at home.
I've just got deja vu from that.
Yeah. We're back to the cam shows, aren't we?
I don't remember.
You
that.
talking about your crotch.
Yeah. I barely shut up about it.
Go on Twitch, plenty of tip noises, make it rain.
Tip noises, right?
Yeah.
That is what I said. What did you think I said?
Well-
Definitely tit noises. But I don't know what tit noises are, so...
No, I don't know what those are.
I mean, tit noise isn't a thing either, really.
Let's talk about the birds.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, okay, let's go with that. So what's tit
They're
noises?
clown tits.
Clown tits.
Yeah, they make noises like this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
I was thinking clown tits like clown cars.
Wait,
that
what
they have
are tit
far more
noises?
inside.
Let's not go down the novelty
Let's not
tits
go down
branch.
that, yeah.
Because we're still streaming, you know?
Yeah, I'm really streaming.
This is
I think that's
definitely
a selling point, though, you know?
Yeah.
Right, you should be
a
telling everyone what we're missing.
child-friendly stream.
No.
Yeah,
No.
that ship has sailed.
It was a brightly coloured ship.
So what are tit noises?
Yes, so campsites, I probably shouldn't be demonstrating my knowledge of this.
What's
but
happening?
Oh no! Fucking Windows.
Press the start key. So campsites where people display themselves will make loud and jangly noises whenever people contribute money towards the
see.
performance.
Curiously, video game streaming noises do the exact same thing.
Maybe it's a streaming thing.
If only I'd known that.
Ooh, dear. Alright.
Well, then, to be honest, you can just take pride in the fact that we don't know that you watch video game streams. Like,
Hi Twitch, I don't watch video game streams.
Yeah, you're gonna get.
Hello Twitch. 7:30. I'm going to remove
Such
that.
a weird delay.
Who's that? That's the man's. Ah, it's Chris. Okay, so I'll let Chris do all the talking, so we don't have to watch ourselves. Do that. I'll leave my email open. There we go. So, hello everyone on Twitch. I'm Grant Howitz. I am doing a Kickstarter for Unbound. These are my lovely players. Hello. We have
Hi, I'm Joanna.
I'm Paul.
I'm Helen.
Ed.
Ed.
Whenever I introduce myself, it always comes out like that.
This is Ed.
This is Ed. He's here.
You let him out of
Ed's
the
here.
box.
We are starting a brand new adventure of Unbound, a brand new saga, a new world of Unbound tonight. We're going to make the world and all the characters in one setting, in one sitting is the word. Then next week we're going to do some dramatic scenes or some combat, and then a week after that we're going to show you whatever we didn't show you the week before, so you can get an idea of all the rules we have in Unbound. Of us sitting around this table, Joe, Paul, and Ed have played before. We've been playing for the last 4 months, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
4 months. We've played 2 adventures, young adult cyberpunk novels, which have been really good fun. But it's Helen's first game,
Yay!
so Helen will be the Watson for this episode as you ask questions. Well, it's elementary, my dear Gould.
Oh dear. Never said that.
We did in the... No, I'm not gonna
No,
say
no. Oh, let's not get into it.
He didn't play a lot of role-playing games either, so I'm sure we'll be
that. If
okay.
you're familiar with the dirty
If you're
joke,
taking the
right?
jokers out, stop and put them back in.
We had the Jokers go in the deck.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
To help us celebrate tonight, Paul has bought the world's, I think, third biggest bottle of wine. Paul, who does not drink. I think Paul's been trying to get me drunk for the last 4 months, and it's not worked yet.
Gonna succeed tonight.
A legendary Scottish resistance to alcohol.
I got him a bottle of scotch,
Yeah.
and he
still
didn't
not
drink it all.
I tried, Paul. And I went on Twitter and sexted a bunch.
They were really good sex.
They were so
They were
good.
super hot.
I wish my partner said
No,
this to me.
Super Hot is the most innovative. Well, we're on Twitch.
Yeah. It's the most innovative shooter I've seen in years. No, it was like I open my mouth and thousands of bats fall out and I'm ashamed. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
It was the
Really
ruin-
sexy stuff.
It was
It
the
was
ruining
great.
my favourite song, I think, that touched my heart.
Oh, well, that was actually quite a nice one to have, yeah.
I missed out on this happening entirely. Was this after the whiskey?
Yeah, this is
Oh.
post whiskey, yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I missed it.
I got weird and randy. Just also, so Unbound has no swear. Unbound has no swear words in it. And it's a really nice, egalitarian, wonderfully written piece of work. This stream will not be that. This stream will have swear words in. Words like fuck. We're going to use rude words. So if you've got any kids watching,
Too late.
too late. I just dropped an
Too bad
F-bomb.
for you.
Probably won't involve swearing actions though. So if you have children with the sound off, it's fine.
That's just, Those poor minds who muted it. Just no, it's fine, Jeremy. We can keep So let's play some Unbound.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to start the way we always start in Unbound. We have a world creation checklist, as you can see here, which I've updated. Since
Hey,
we
the
printed
most
it out last
high-tech way
time.
possible.
Yeah,
With
with a pen.
professional operation.
Yeah,
So professional.
Shut up.
He's a game designer for a living, you know.
Yeah, for a living. The way in which we're going to make this, I'm going to ask the players to each draw a card, and we have the touchstones on here. Now, these are printed out in the book, but not in the current edition I've got, so this is the original pencil scrawlings Chris and I did several months ago. Professional operation! So everyone draw a card. We'll note down what you get.
And then we'll do what we did last time and ignore it.
You can ignore it, is the other option as well. The other idea is we've got some settings as well. So, like, if you've got an idea for setting, like, I want to have gritty fantasy, or I want to have freewheeling sci-fi, we can all pitch it forward. But we'll get some. Let's see if anything sparks us, and we'll go from there, and we'll start making characters.
Okay.
So, everyone draw a card. Ed, you are drugs.
Yes, I am.
Done.
8 of spades.
8 of spades. Stone.
Ooh.
5 of spades.
5 of spades. Dictatorship.
Ooh.
This is turning into equilibrium.
Well, dwarven equilibrium. And Joe,
5 of clubs.
Shantytown.
I think that kind of works.
How about we draw again?
Yeah, because we basically
Okay.
just described the setting that we've been playing
We
for
did.
4 months.
Oh, okay.
It's not far off, actually, yeah. Aside from stone.
I would switch stone for shadow, but aside from that, it's
We'll try. Well,
Too much
so
there.
let's do 3. See if any of them
Okay,
grab
cool.
us,
Yeah,
and we'll go
sure.
for that.
Okay.
Queen of Spades. Queen
The lady.
The Lady of Spades. Fire.
Oh, that black
Ooh,
one's
fire.
Fire.
That's good. That's a good start.
yeah,
We like fire.
strong.
Hang on.
Let's keep drawing. Okay, so I've got.
You're supposed to draw the 1.
You said 3.
Oh no, sorry.
Oh,
We'll do
three
3
sets.
in
Oh.
sets of these.
Okay, well, Jack of clubs then.
Jack of clubs. Shadows. Fire.
Shadow.
Shadow.
Now that's
Cool.
the Lord of the Rings.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
The
Paul.
5 of hearts.
5 of hearts. Omens.
Oh,
Better get
sweet.
something concrete.
Extra omens. Hang on, I'll draw
Yeah,
again.
draw again. Double omens. Vehicles.
I've got something for that.
I've got something for that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like Mad Max meets the Raven.
I was
That'd be
thinking,
great.
there was a series.
Everyone driving fucking hearses everywhere.
You see,
What's
I was-
yours? What's yours?
I
Sorry.
was thinking there was a series, and I can't remember what it was, that involved. Actually, just think of Transformers, but with sentient vehicles. So you've just got sentient vehicles every now and then telling you, you will suffer a great misfortune. Burn! It's just-
I was
You can't
seeing,
control them.
you know, like cave people, and then vehicles came in, and it became Mad Max cave people.
They discovered the vehicles.
Oh, sweet! I
So
love
there's
it.
like ancient train
super
lines.
Yes, I love
That's
ancient stuff.
cool.
Should
Ancient
we-
modern is
Oh
cool.
my god.
We'll do the third
We'll do a third one, then we'll do this one.
We're gonna come
Yeah,
back to
okay, cool.
that, yeah.
Alright.
Good. Draw again.
It's the goddamn king of Diamonds.
King of
Forgot
one of
about
those.
that. Get a better.
King of
Sky.
Sky.
Ooh, Sky is nice.
I got 3 of diamonds.
Aliens
Yes!
who come from the sky.
The 6 of diamonds.
6
That's
diamonds.
twice as good as you.
Can you draw another one, Paul? Because I've just crossed that out and haven't replaced it with anything.
It was fingers.
6 of spades.
It was music, and I got rid of it. No more magic.
Sky, aliens,
okay.
no more magic. Ooh!
That's just straight up sci-fi basically going on over there.
Well, there was magic, and now there
magic,
ain't.
yeah.
King of Spades.
King of Spades. Disease.
Ooh,
Which
I like
links
this.
with the no more
I
magic.
really chucked in something random on every single one of
Yeah.
these. So
Yeah.
I feel like I've been.
There's a key to picture going.
So this badass one about
Yeah, I think
possessed
that's
cars.
about-
Right, cool, okay. So, I'm not sure whether it's like possessed cars, but I'm getting kind of an Arcanotech feel. Like there's weird old technology going on.
Yeah.
Possibly there was an apocalypse and now we've
I think
come
so.
back.
Yeah.
Can
Building
there be
up.
undead?
Sorry?
I really like having undead.
Oh, 100%. Your cars are powered by ghosts.
You actually read my mind. So it's like I'm thinking like a previous society who could harness souls as a form of soul
Yeah, I
unlimited
like
energy.
it. Yeah.
They would do it for originally. Let's say they do it for condemned criminals.
Yeah.
You know,
They got out of control!
exactly.
They went mad with power.
You know, we ran out of condemned criminals because, funnily enough, people didn't want their souls attached to inanimate objects for all eternity.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
suddenly,
weird
Oh, so all the inanimate
crimes-
objects have their own personalities.
Oh, cool.
Kind of a
And
Shinto
all
thing
the-
going on.
Yeah, all of the ancient stuff. At any rate, and we've got.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah,
They'd be like
really nice.
wrongly accused as well, so you've got like cars with a grudge.
it would,
sweet.
Oh,
it would
man.
definitely escalate to the point where, you know, you did the minorest crime of looking at a noble. Well, that's instant punishment
Yeah.
by soul attachment.
So we
to a-
turned
to
into
a
that
vehicle.
noble's pocket watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Wow.
pocket watches, that's awesome. So just like all tech.
Yeah, it was like.
It's a power
Oh
source.
my god.
They forgot how to make legitimate power sources.
You don't have to talk to it. Like you have to tap into it to speak to it, right? They
But-
don't have just clocks going, hello!
Yeah.
But at the same time, it'll
Oh,
just,
yeah.
you know, if you try and ignore it, it's just going to whisper, I shouldn't be here. How dare you live
Oh, okay.
life like this
Oh.
when I should be walking free? I could have a life. I could be dead. Anything would be better than having to read you the damn time. It's 3:30. Over and over again. It's 29 minutes to 4.
So
Why?
so just so you know, because Unbound's a really flexible game, if you want to play someone's pocket watch who's possessing them, that's a thing.
I want
so
to be a motorcycle.
you know, can you talk?
Through revving.
I'm gonna put a little ban talking through revving noises. I want all the characters to be able to talk somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Like psychically is fine.
I was more thinking, because going with what you've just said, of a limited number of these objects are actually capable of reaching out to whoever's using them and form
Yeah.
a permanent link.
Because I mean, it's been a long time since the apocalypse, right? So they've been
Yeah.
like lying dormant. So it's only the most irritated souls that are still kicking.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
envisaging kind of
The rest
almost
have
like a
gone
Dark
mad.
Souls thing. So like all the architecture is too big. Like everything's massive and towering and gothic and infernal looking, and you're sort of scrubbing out an existence on the side of things. Or like maybe not scrubbing out. You're like the fucking rock stars of this place, and you're driving along in motorcycles powered by ground up ravens.
You have no idea how they work.
Yeah, we don't know how they work, but you like everything's kind of weird,
Yeah.
and and you're sort of building on top of that. All right, cool. Are you human? Or are you like weird hybrids? Are you mutants? Are you aliens?
Did you say there was an apocalypse? Because
There-
I think
there
that's
was an
actually been an
apocalypse.
apocalypse.
Yeah.
So
There was a big fucking awful thing that happened.
I like mutants. Did you?
I think like humans, but there is the potential
Yeah.
for people to be weird.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
like
so,
somebody
that's
could
nice.
have
Like
partial
mystical
possession.
humans. That's
Yeah,
sort of-
exactly.
and so like it turns out I can turn into shadows.
Exactly. Yeah, you
Because-
could be totally
because
bog
my dad
standard,
was a
but
shadow. Yeah,
Alternatively,
okay,
you
cool.
could take the
You
parasites.
can have people who are actually
Yeah.
descended from non-humans but don't know it, and you
Yeah.
have people who are actually possessed by
Also-
objects and that kind of thing.
Also,
Yeah.
the end of the world was triggered by these spirits getting out, and so in a sort of nuclear fallout mutant sort of way, you have weird familiar mutations that have passed down since then.
Yeah.
As these spirits got out and
Okay.
infected people.
Yeah.
And
totally.
maybe slowly twists those
Yeah.
behind to what they were, so...
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, that's kind of fun. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So we got something. That was the very first bit of Unbound where...
That's called the spitballing part.
Yeah, it's kind of the pitch. So we all get a thing, we all go blah, 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 and come up with something we're excited about. Unfortunately, Drugstone dictatorship Shantytown and Sky Aliens No More Magic Disease will never see the light of day. They're going to cross those out. They've gone, but we have a really sick-ass setting where we're going to ride motorcycles
Feel free
around.
to use them in your game.
Make up your own.
Thank you, the voice of Blue Peter.
It's one world I made earlier.
Right, here's the thing. The fun part about Unbound is that you get to make your own world. Who's chatting? Is that all?
I was going to say, there's someone in the chat. Hi, someone in the chat.
Oh my god.
Hey, oh, it's Will. Hey, Will.
It's Will? Oh my god.
Will's commentary on the hot sauce. We are sponsored today by Cholula hot sauce. Cholula? I don't know. It's good stuff. Try it on pizza.
Grant refrigerates his hot sauce. I don't know if this is normal or not.
So it
That's
doesn't,
normal.
so it doesn't go
confuses
off.
my
Cold
brain.
hot sauce.
Well, because they grow up in a hot country, so you have to refrigerate it.
Makes sense.
You grew up in a hot country?
Portugal.
I didn't actually know that.
I did not learn any other language. Actually, sorry, do you speak in Portuguese? I'm fluent. Absolutely fluent. I've got enough to fool people that I can speak a bit of Portuguese.
The rest of the chat should be commenced in Portuguese.
Yeah. So in Portuguese.
And that's it, that's the limit of it.
That's it.
You know how to say
Only in Portuguese, which is a real problem with it. Because then afterwards they could, Okay, so next up we're going to do cores. Someone else, they're under here. So the
And the
core,
other sponsor of tonight, the Kinder Egg.
Kinder Eggs. We have some snacks. The
There's
core
quite a lot of snacks.
got a lot of snacks. Yeah, and some pizza. Like we've gone all out. The core character's core determines who they are and what they're doing. Every character in the adventure will have the same core. So what I'm going to do is run through the cores now, for the benefits of everyone, and these will determine kind of your group identity, what you're doing, and also the plot of the game.
Okay.
So, warrior. In a warrior core, you are a warrior of some kind, a mercenary, a soldier, a guard. Armies are marching against each other. There's big conflict, and you're instrumental in winning or losing that fight. We have outlaw. Outlaws aren't bad people, but they end up on the wrong side of the authorities. They're thieves, killers, bandits, morally grey professionals, dealers, and heretics. This will focus on you breaking the law, so we'll determine who's in charge, and then you'll be against them in some way, which is always fun, I think.
a lot of these calls are fun.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point.
Wow. Devout adventures are they're about the player characters, paladins, clerics, pilgrims, zealots, agents, priests, and cops, bringing light to dark places because of a strong unifying belief in what's right. There is basically the reason why Devout's in the game is because I've always wanted to play an old paladin party ever since I was, learned about D&D, and so this is a way to do that without it being awful.
I was going to say that ever since I learned about D&D, I wanted to stay away from all paladins ever. So
Oh, and they're such idiots.
They're fantastic.
They're the best.
Some of my favourite characters have been paladins.
Like
Oh!
like a fighter, but stupid and good looking. I love it.
you've never met the people I roleplay with. have you?
No, I meant
There aren't any in-
I meant the paladin. I'm sure you hang out with a bunch of uggos, Paul. No, I'm sure they're gorgeous. I'm really sorry.
He's not sorry.
I'm not sorry. That's devout. So if you want to be like you could be devout priests of an evil god, or like of the spirit worshipping cult, or of the dark malevolent enterprise, the dark malevolent intelligence which lives on the moon and that sort of thing.
Or your dad.
Or my dad, if you want. Like my dad.
No, the characters.
Oh yeah, sorry. I should explain. In the current game we're playing, all the characters are devoutly following my dad. They're following their own father. It's the second slot in a game, and so
It was going to
And
be
he was
Grant's
a
dad,
player
but I never
character.
met him.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was
a
a
player
player character. Ed played him. He played a brawler, and he got beaten to shit every single fight.
A lot of
Genuinely
every single fight
a lot.
punched.
Yeah,
Mostly by himself.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
awful. But his kids lived, unlike him, and they went on to maybe overthrow a government. Who knows?
We don't know.
Anyway, the
very
next core is wild. So wild characters are like wild men and women, fairy emissaries, shapeshifters, rangers, barbarians, awakened animals, bears.
Bears.
It does not fit this idea we've got so much, but maybe we can pull it off. You could possibly have people who are like defending the spirit realm in some way, or defending the normal realm against the spirits in that sort of way.
I was going to say you could have people who
Kind of a
have
werewolf.
intentionally got rid of all of the technology because they know it's tainted and are fighting against its
That's
encroachment.
possible.
Yeah, but you know,
I know.
sick ass
We didn't-
motorcycle.
yeah, I was
powered
gonna
by
say,
the
we
dead.
We didn't create this stuff to then not use
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm never one to deny pleasure. Okay.
Drink.
Quick, more wine.
Right, and Magi are members of a magical tradition or traditions that are on a quest for information. So you're exploring temples, you're questing in dungeons, you're looking for ancient hidden information that has nothing to do with motorcycles, so we'll move on. Or maybe you could play Magi on motorcycles.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
could be questing for ancient
Motorbikes.
motorcycles.
You'd be questing for a giant mech suit.
I mean, we're going to do that regardless.
Hundred
of
Those are
the-
going to exist. We know
I'm
that
figuring
they
you're a mech
exist.
suit anyway. And the final one is Pact-Bound, who are pretty cool. Pact-Bound characters are agents of something greater than themselves. Witches, warlocks, summoners, elemental-blooded, face-worn, demonic brokers, angel-touched, and so on.
Awesome
And they're on a quest for
motorcycles.
personal gain. They're already used to brokering deals for power, and they're banded together to take on a difficult challenge. So that means you would be effectively ghost warlocks.
Which is kind of fun.
That's
Yeah.
not-
Yeah, you can be ghost warlocks in whatever you want, but this makes it explicit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, does anyone have any thoughts on what sort of core they want?
I like the sound of that last one
Yeah.
and the wild one and the devout one. Oops.
Fine.
Slapped it.
Okay.
I was actually thinking, like, the Warriors one might actually make some sense. I mean, it depends how much we want to be tapping into and how much we want to be encountering the weird shit.
Yeah.
So, like, are we actively manipulating it? Are we aware of it? Do we sort of get its mysteries? Or are we
I'd like to imagine you can use
encountering
it
it and
like
chasing it
you
down?
can use it through tools, and like maybe one of you could play a shaman or some sort of person who has an intuitive understanding through whatever mutations they've got, or maybe like their clan is implanted with Arcaniotech at birth. Sorry, Arcaniotech? Oh. Ancient technology at birth,
Yeah.
which lets them see and manipulate spirits, effectively makes them a wizard. But it's all done through tools and implants, I think,
Okay.
and that gives a ties us back into the whole sort of vehicles
Yeah.
idea.
What about weapons and stuff? Could we have like, I don't know, cursed weapons, but we don't realise that it's cursed because there's a soul in it?
100%.
Yep.
That really works.
Totally.
I'm going to say yes to basically anything you say aside
Yeah.
from I talk through revving.
He never lets me have any fun.
All your previous characters, you've tried to talk through revving and just kicked you down every time.
I mean, to be fair, Sparks was pretty close.
Yeah.
He was part helicopter by the end of
Yeah, he did get possessed by a helicopter. Anyway, that's an in-joke.
Ancient tech is
but-
definitely cooler if you don't know how it works.
I think
Yeah.
that's the thing, like, as far as we're aware, we're in, like, Mad Max levels of technology.
And one,
But there's this other layer
Yeah.
of stuff that some of us are more aware
one
of.
element I'm quite like.
Are we running Numenara,
exploring.
by the way? Has that happened?
Are we accidentally running
We just-
Numenara? We might
I
accidentally
think,
be running Numenara.
we're running Goth Numenara, and
Yeah,
I'm kind of
totally
alright with
Goth
that.
Numenara.
I've
I
never
don't
heard
know
of
what
it,
that is.
so-
I don't know.
I've never played
Cool,
it.
fine,
but-
yeah, no worries, it's
great,
fine. No Numenara, shut up. Okay, cool.
One element that I quite like the idea of is us going around and trying to tame more things to become subservient to
Oh, that's
us.
interesting.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, like if we're this sort of badass road gang,
Mm-hmm.
and we want to stay the most badassest road gang, then we have to understand or at least be able to use. the
I've never
weird
been more on
ancient
board
tech.
with anything.
Yeah.
You just said you had me a badass road
And that
gang.
does feel
Wicked.
pact-boundish.
So I'm getting Pact-Bound
Yeah.
or Magi?
Badass road gang, is that one of them?
Pact-Bound. No, unfortunately we don't have the core Badass Road Gang. But we are, like if we get stretch
Stretch
goals,
goal.
yeah, we
Better
might be, yeah. Badass Road Gang.
Badass road
So
gang.
I'm
Let's do this.
going to quote Grant at this point, which was the first thing he said to us when we were running our original game when he was discussing cores was, everyone picks Pact-Bound. And I can see why.
They're
Is it
so
because
cool.
Grant pushes it really hard?
No, they're so cool. We actually cut them out of the game because everyone was picking them, and then we put them back in for the Kickstarter. And the second I tell you about Pact-Bound, oh boys, oh boys, oh boy! I can't wait to get all those demons in my face.
We picked Magi and then ignored it.
That's
entirely.
true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
and
you?
then-
It's Warrior as well. The last one you did. Is it Warrior? Devout.
Devout,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Magi and Devout.
Okay.
So, to clarify, are we in a kind of post-apocalyptic Mad Max world where
Yeah.
a gang and we need to find ghost tech?
So that we can continue to fight off the other
And be the
gangs
best
that
gang.
are encroaching.
There will be a
Barbarians.
thing you're after.
Great.
We'll work out like some
Yeah.
sort of mother lode.
We could have like a mythical object.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, sweet. This is all
so
sweet.
like the ghost of the king.
Yeah.
Not Elvis. That's the Queen. We'll go for the Queen. The ghost of the Queen. If you can get her, she's tremendously powerful, like almost like a mimetic virus who can spread through. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
The
that's-
Yes, I pictured
and
myself.
suddenly,
I love how often they just start talking and then go, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Write
good.
that down and draw a box around it.
That's going in the
Okay.
bank.
So we've got legends of it, maybe, of it saying the one who possesses the spirit of the queen gains control of everything.
Yeah,
It might
yeah,
not
like
necessarily be true,
Dominion,
but-
or like
Yeah.
I was going to say like a
yeah.
hive mind kind of thing.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
we get
Yeah,
like
yeah.
drones.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, but like drones are sort of like rising up out there, out
Because
there.
it's all super
so
old
cool.
tech.
Oh, it's like coming and like
It's
the
like,
things are animating. Ah, it's rad.
It's
Okay,
almost like
cool.
An army of cars.
We have other
the animated
machines.
scene from Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, where all of the armor just suddenly gets up and goes.
Did they require souls and soul tech to keep themselves alive, and so they gradually killed off everyone until
I think that's
she was
probably
the
where
only
it
one
goes.
left?
Past the age of 150, they had to like
Yeah.
put souls in their own souls. They replaced their souls.
Yeah,
to
right.
sustain
Which cuts
them.
up
Sweet
bits of
soul is
soul.
a
So you're-
super soul made of 1,000 condensed souls into a soul diamond.
Well, you know, and then
I couldn't
eventually-
underline this
What about
enough
bring it on the
times.
table, man? God damn it,
Hang
we're
on.
good.
Oh, we've got
I
some
can
more
see
chat.
several
People.
kappas.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
We can't see what you're writing there because it's too
super
far away.
small, yeah.
But Chris will deal with any questions.
Okay. Will you deal
Chris,
with any
no
haters?
pressure.
Sorry,
Will you deal with any haters too?
No.
Okay.
it's fine.
We can deal with the haters.
They hate us because they hate us.
I'll be the haters.
Or they,
2 more glasses of wine.
Okay, cool.
We've
Or they
got
read
2
the
more
threads on
glasses
Reddit.
of wine.
We've got a lot of
boys.
glasses, yeah. All right, so
apple juice.
just to say, we changed the recovery power for Packbound.
Okay.
Because it wasn't great. Also, because it came with a massive character bleed, which we didn't actually work out balance-wise. But what happens now? You make an attack, and then you also heal back the damage you inflict when you do your big recover.
Okay.
So it's
Huh. Okay.
yeah.
Wow, that's a really, really awful heal compared to the usual
That
big
really
heals
is,
that we
isn't it?
used to.
Well, so like you get like heal 15 and make an attack. Or,
Oh, it's still got the
okay,
base.
so it's
yeah.
still got a big.
yeah, sorry, yeah.
sure,
So
okay,
okay, it's heal 14 and heal.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
And
So it still is a big heal.
So it's kind of like the way we phrased it. It's a
Punch heal.
it's like a life stealing hex,
Nice.
which you whisper in your patron.
I mean, that's kind of appropriate, isn't
Just,
Yeah.
just to explain to you,
Oh, yeah.
avid viewers,
Thank you. Yeah.
one extra element of the core besides how you're going to act and so on is it also determines your big recovery ability. It's generally the main way you have of healing in a fight. You can use it once in a fight, and it's uh-oh, I'm going to fall over now. Heal me, please.
And you get a load of cards in your deck, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And so because I don't want to say that Unbound is a swingy system, but it's quite dramatic with lots of highs and lows and a little bit swingy, but in a fun way.
Yeah.
So like it's quite possible to lose half your deck on a single round, and the big heals help us mitigate that in some way. So cool. So for Pac-Man,
Cool.
well, I'm going to ask you a series of questions,
Alright then.
and then we will generate the world. So every player must answer, "What have I made a pact with?" You can answer the same as another player if you'd like. This is encouraged but not required. So this is whatever weirdo spirit you've taken onto yourself. It can be something which dwells in the earth, and you summon it to yourself. It can be like perhaps it's been stained across the sky. It exists as a ghost somewhere which talks to you. It could be your motorcycle or your gun, or you could literally have the corpse sitting in the passenger seat. And
It's a skeleton.
What do you think, Pony? Well, I think you should go and kill them all.
Well, this sounds like a bad idea, Davey. So yeah, what have you made a pact with? And so this is gonna make an awful lot of the world for us at this point, because we've established one of the spirits is called the Queen, and she's in charge of everything. So I'm feeling kind of at the something, or like maybe like the adjective noun. So like the drowned man or the fallen angel or something like that. So have a think about what you've made a pact with, and this will define your character. Also have a think about what sort of I'm going to introduce another question in here, because we don't have it in Pac-Bound, but just because we're playing sick ass characters. What's your job in this sick ass road gang?
Yeah. That's
Like, you
really
driver, are
important.
you muscle, are you sniper, are you?
We've got a shaman in there, right?
Yeah,
Did we
definitely.
establish that?
shaman.
And there's got to be a
Shaman.
gang leader. Well, it doesn't have to be, but
I feel like there
yeah,
should be.
yeah.
Should be, feels
And
right.
that's the thing. Like, I'm imagining, like, if you play the leader, you'll have a lot of your powers will be, I've got my boys with me, but
Yeah.
they'll be NPCs, and you don't necessarily, you don't have to defer
Cool.
to their, yeah.
Have we got some paper, Grant? Because I've got
I
a tiny
put some in
little-
front of you. Maybe I didn't.
Have-
Hey, there's some more here. I thought I gave everyone some paper, but I might have forgotten.
You gave us all some kitchen paper to put our pizza
Did I
on.
just give all 4 of them to Helen?
I think you may.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, can you spread them out
If I
amongst...
had so much paper,
Your dragon's den of paper.
was I meant to take one and pass it on?
Thanks very much.
I'm looking for funding to get production going on this amazing invention I've made called paper.
It's going to be great.
It's
It's right there with the wheel. So we've got the shaman, we've got the leader. I'm imagining like some sort of gunner or sniper.
I-
We can do,
like
just spitball some
enforcer.
concepts.
Yes.
Enforce, yeah,
Yeah.
like someone in loads of like mangled armour.
I like that. I kind of want to be in the force.
I think,
Okay,
yeah.
Driver,
Yeah.
because you've got those vehicles. Like an outrider.
I was
Yeah.
thinking the Necromunda heavy.
The what?
Do you ever play Necromunda? Every gang had a heavy who is just more muscly than everyone else and holds a big gun. Like in Team Fortress.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking
We have a
a
rivalry
medic,
then, if we're
but
both
more
big,
like the
muscly
orc
people.
medics from 40k. There's sort of a, we'll just glue this back together, it'll be fine.
But like have some sort of spirit hoodoo on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, like a scavenger scout character.
Scav medic. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, and they've managed to find a lot of like old tech which can sort of do healing.
Yeah.
That's cool. I wonder if they've got a techie.
Techie, yeah. I like the idea of like lookout as well, so someone whose job it is to spot and protect.
Yeah.
And a navigator, I think, as well.
Oh, yeah.
That
that's
would
cool.
be really
Yeah,
useful,
That's
wouldn't
great,
it?
yeah.
So
We're
first
going
job
east,
will
are we
be-
sure?
Especially because I want this shit to Harry Potter around. I want like vast
Right.
portion of the desert to come and just rotate
I'm
around.
over here now
Yeah.
with you guys.
And so the navigator can read that.
Oh, sweet.
Also,
Yeah,
yes, you
that's
heard
cool.
that right. Harry Potter is now a verb.
Yeah, it's a verb, yeah. Suck it up. Right.
Is that its meaning? Suck it up.
Yeah.
You mind if I
I'm gonna
steal
Harry
your pen,
Potter
Helen?
pizza.
Do you want another pen?
Or a pencil or
I've
some
got those
sort
pencils
of
over
Oh,
here.
let's
Yeah,
do-
I've got-
Okay,
let's do
pencil
one
would
of
be
the
lovely.
pencils.
Yeah, I've got.
Oh god.
Thank
It's a
you.
pencil economy.
There we go, there we go. No, there's no glut.
I mean,
Right.
it's now a
Okay.
pencil
Supply now
bubble.
exceeds
I'm
Um,
gonna read down these character ideas we've had here.
Yeah.
Shaman, leader, enforcer, sniper, driver, outrider on a motorcycle, heavy, scav medic, techie, lookout, and navigator. But a kind of wizard navigator. So have a think about what sort of concept you've got, and then what sort of creature you've made a pact with to let you do your job better. So you were thinking of playing some sort of enforcer character, Helen?
Written a menacing enforcer.
A menacing enforcer. Cool, I
Nice.
like that.
What's everyone else got? I just want to fit around the other game.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
much.
have a blank square of book for writing things before I'm ready to commit them to my character sheet.
Cool. I'm going to go with either a shaman, a scaver, or a navigator.
They sound like fun.
You
So-
could roll shaman and navigator into one, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Should I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyone
I
else bleeding for that? Shamavigator.
Gang
can
leader.
navigator.
It's like charismatic gang leader.
That's the one I'm not doing because I've
You
just
did
done
In which
that.
case I'll be the leader then.
Cool. Okay, gang leader.
Oh, well, we could have a hilarious NPC
I-
gang leader.
Oh
I
man.
kind of like that actually.
Oh,
How
you like
do you do
okay,
that?
listen, every time I play a gang leader, he's shit.
I was
And
gonna
his
say,
name is
Exactly.
Valiant Dangerous Gambit.
I think for the sake of our sanity and independence, I will play the leader.
Okay.
How does your system handle PvP when we decide to mute me?
Oh, that's gonna be
That'll present a new challenge, but we'll see how it goes.
great. Fine.
No, the leader works. That's
Sounds cool.
And
I might play the techie then.
techie, cool. So that's like less shamanic, but more like bodging, repairing,
Yeah,
keeping the
definitely.
vehicle going rather than whispering to the spirits.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or-
Okay.
Yeah,
Who drives? Do you drive?
I probably
Techie
also
driver.
drive.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I imagine we've got lots of like multiple vehicles going
Yeah.
on, but yeah, I'm driving the big war truck
So
thing.
I figure we nice. I figure we it's kind of a Furiosa thing going on, or
Yeah, I think so.
so like because Unbound has quite flexible scale, we can do things like zoom in and out. So if you want to have a fight where you're all in your own vehicles, we just use your normal stats, and everyone else is in vehicles, and then we just describe that going on.
Yeah.
Whereas, you can have everyone in one vehicle which you're driving, and it's
Yeah.
kind of more of a dramatic scene, but we'll work
That's
out as we
cool,
go
yeah.
along. All right, cool. So, what's the name of your spirit?
It's the spirit of the wasteland.
Okay,
So
like the whole thing.
yeah, like the network of lampposts and traffic lights that were spirit driven
nice.
previously.
cool.
there.
Okay, cool.
So
Literally just channeling the internet.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like infrastructure.
Yeah, like the the city workings that are still left there, the spirits are quiet and nearly
Could we
dead.
call it like the City Lost or the City Fallen or something?
Yeah, great.
That's
Sounds
cool.
lovely.
Which one?
Fallen is
The
cooler.
City Fallen. Okay, yeah. It always sounds cooler if you swap the order of the words. I've
It's
found.
so true.
So yeah, the City Fallen. So that gives you kind of infrastructure power, kind of hacking, like
Yeah.
your existing character.
Oh,
But it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Just,
No,
just stop
it's more
referencing the game. Then that's it.
navigational.
Yeah.
It's more
Yeah, it's more
like-
navigational. It's
like
more
knowing
listening
where
and less
shit is.
controlling.
Yeah.
Someone's chatting about potion sellers, which is great.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I
have a
need your
potion seller.
strongest potion. And only the strongest will do.
I'm also a potion seller.
Good to know.
Okay.
Here, have some engine oil.
Right. You're an enforcer. So,
Yes.
what sort of mechanical spirit are you bound to?
I picked the Blinded Sun.
Nice.
Nice.
You don't need to tell me any more, but tell me more.
Basically, I figure that this is a soul that got unjustly punished by his family and now is almost insane with the need for vengeance, and it's his rage that is powering
Something.
it to continue.
Have you got like a...
What was he powering? Like, what was his purpose when, like, after he died? What was he bound into?
I'm
Is
gonna
it
say
like
it's
an
an
engine?
enforcer. I think so. I'm gonna say it's a vehicle.
Like a mech suit?
That was actually what I was thinking. For
Like
the
if
Enforcer
you've
as
got
well.
flamethrower,
Yeah.
that kind of works because like you can have like semi-powered armor, and then you're just like launching flames out of your.
You don't look impressed.
I'm really sorry. Do you not want semi-powered armor? You have entirely unpowered armor.
It's just that the first thing you said when we came in was, I fucking want wet mech suit.
Don't ruin this for the stream. This is organic.
I will
No,
have
I'm very sorry. Don't put anything on you. You can have
I
whatever
do
you
like
want.
the idea of just some kind of huge fucking weapon.
like
Okay.
ridiculous
Like-
area clearing
like-
weaponry.
Like that game character, there's a fucking huge, like, axe. I can't remember.
Oh,
Every
like-
game
like-
character.
Every single one!
Yeah, that was it. All
Cloud.
of them.
Yes.
With the big sword.
Yes, that
Yeah.
one.
So with Astaroth from Soul
Like,
Calibur.
They've all got
genuinely
big
all
yeah,
of them,
yeah.
yeah.
Every other video game character.
Yeah, basically.
Alright, cool. So the Blinded Sun, like some sort of whacking great weapon which does like energy
Yes.
blast or something. Cool, okay.
Yes.
I mean, you could
Not
still have
a
maybe
mech
something you're not
suit.
bound to that is still giving you the strength to actually lift the darn thing.
It's okay. We'll be finding mech suits every 30
Exactly.
seconds. While we're walking around the place.
Oh, the
It's
mech suits
okay.
everywhere!
You've got an infestation of mech suits in the West Wing. Bloody mech suits in the jam! Okay.
We just want to be loved!
Our batteries are low.
Paul.
Alright, so I'm bound to a spirit that calls itself the Great Oracle.
The Great Oracle.
And the way I'm saying is it's bound into what's effectively a really sort of all-seeing HUD helmet thing.
Oh,
Kind of
cool.
like advanced
I like
warrior.
that.
And it was actually something that the spirit inside it was one of the few that actually chose to be bound to it.
Oh wow.
It kind of thought, I want to be immortal, I don't care what it costs.
And oh, nice. Okay, so it's got a personality. And it's trying to further its aims,
Yeah,
but
that's cool.
in a more sensible way than Helen's burn everything.
Exactly.
Well, I've now been energy bazooka.
Okay,
Burn
cool.
everything.
It's still not mech suit, is it?
No. It will now never be
Quite
mech
explicit.
It turns into a mech.
Oh, dear.
I will say as well that if you want a ranged weapon, the way that combat works in Unbound is
Oh,
that it's just so you know, there are two attack actions you make in combat, which is shoot and strike. Shoot is anything up to 2 areas away, and strike is anything in your area. But strike doesn't have to be strike. So if you've got like a flamethrower or a shotgun or just like a sawn-off assault rifle, you can use the same rules to shoot things up close to you.
Cool.
I know one of the things we did previously was having a laser shotgun that was so badly focused you literally couldn't hit anything more than a few feet away.
Yeah, it was just a strike weapon. Yeah. Okay, and finally,
Mine is the Thundering Ram, which
Nice.
is the huge fuck off war truck that I'm
Yeah.
driving around with. That's my best buddy.
Huge fucking war truck.
I will be voicing some or all of these.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah. I've got all the voices down already. That's fantastic. Okay, yeah.
I
I got
know
that.
I'm a child for thinking it, but I feel like the Thundering Ram should sound like a 70s porn star.
It doesn't.
Probably it doesn't, but
It sounds more like a more like Brian Blessed.
I don't know if
Thundering Ram! Dive! That sort of thing. You don't know who Brian Blessed is?
Oh, Brian Blessed! I didn't
Yeah,
hear Brian
okay.
Blessed. I heard
blimey.
Brian Buzzard, which is
Brian Blessed! That's
Brian
right,
Blessed.
yeah.
I approve of that heartily.
Then we have the Great Oracle, is whispering secrets to you. We have the blinded sun! And we have the city fallen. City fallen.
Cool. Good.
This is really going to show up well on the stream.
Yeah.
You have to lean into the mic.
City fallen. There we go. Right. Okay, cool.
Sorry, what was that?
It was the city fallen.
No, the stream won't be able to hear that.
Ah, shit. Okay. So, can everyone note down your core, your healing power, which is, we're calling it life-giving hex, or life-stealing hex. And this is, and we'll explain the rules later on for those of you who don't know them. When you make it's a recharge end of scene.
We all are.
Yeah, you're all doing that.
Because we found having them recharge in the middle of the scene was a bit broken.
It really was. I'm gonna have a quick look at the chat. Let's go stand up here. Someone unleashes a fart storm on the group.
Oh.
Oh wow, that's rude. Someone says the habit method is 100%.
True.
While we're dealing with ridiculous bottles of wine.
Cool, yeah, apparently Brian Buzzard is coming through, which is good. And Will made a really good joke. We've got 12 people watching us.
Amazing! Hi to our people!
We really appreciate you watching us rather than Dark Souls 3.
Thank you very much, yeah.
Don't tell them about Dark Souls 3.
Jesus!
God damn.
They already think this is going to develop into Dungeons and Dragons. Right.
Where did I put my D20?
You heal 14.
Heal 14. Yeah, just me.
And make an attack using the card you draw.
Attack.
If it hits, heal damage equal to what you inflict.
That's interesting, because it means we actually have a reason to pick a high card for once.
Well, you did Magi as well.
Yeah, I
Have
suppose
10
we
plus
did,
your
that's
card.
true. Yeah.
Anywho. So,
Deal and heal.
Does that mean that we actually want to be healing on a black card now?
yeah, pretty much.
So actually we could take a damage from
You could take a
using our
damage,
heal.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Because it's pack bound, you know? I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
6
what I like
people, 6
that.
the ground. Okay, so we've already answered this one, but we'll do it officially. Next question. What is the greatest source of pacts in the world?
Dead people.
Super ghosts.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Well, that's the greatest
The
pack.
ghost network.
Oh, okay.
Super
Ghost network.
Yeah.
Like the social network.
Yeah. More
Someday,
evil, less evil.
someday there will be a documentary made for us, of us,
The Ghostal Network.
and it will
The Ghostal Service.
horribly offend everyone.
Okay, cool.
And I'll
So,
be
Dead
played
People,
by
Super
someone.
Ghosts, the Ghost Network. I think we've covered roughly what it is. It's kind of like ancient spirits made out of
Ghost.
ghosts. Loads of ghosts jammed together into soul diamonds, whether those are real or
Yeah,
not.
soul
Exist. But the
diamonds.
Queen's soul diamond is definitely real. And there is a crown. I know what her legendary is now as well, which is great. Next one is, what's the other big one? So it's possible to make pacts with something else in this world.
Oh, sweet.
What else is it?
Ooh.
Living.
What, they just sort of help?
Yeah, you just you know, contract.
I'm thinking something that's purely artificial. So the society before us came up with full AI that almost became godlike in and of itself.
In an attempt to create a maintaining structure that wouldn't
An
go
artificial
It
mental.
didn't require
source, yeah.
souls.
Yeah.
So kind of hive mindy in that way, and so you can give yourself to the hive mind, and you'll be proper. You'll be fully functional, but you also lose a lot of your higher brain functions because you're just serving the hive.
You lose your individuality for
Building
like
bigger and bigger servers and bigger Wi-Fi distributors. What are they called?
Google.
the BT.
Google.
Oh, you went the same sort of way, but I think you beat me. It's like the rock paper scissors of the tech world.
Like the hive or the network or
Yeah.
The network
cloud.
is good.
Network,
I like
nice.
the
Yeah.
network.
the network. So you can give yourself to the network. You join a swarm of nanomachine AIs who.
Quantum nanomachine.
What happens
Yes,
to
quantum.
your,
Yeah,
what
clearly.
happens to
Put
your
a
physical
quantum
body?
in there.
Sorry.
What happens to your physical body?
It just dies.
I like the idea that it stays there and you're kind of enslaved to it.
Nice.
But
Okay,
like,
cool.
but you.
So they hack your brain and use it.
They hack your brain, but also like you live a happier life. Like your higher brain functions are removed, so like you no longer feel sadness or pain. And
So the world is
You
full of
properly
zombie people walking around going, and performing tasks.
Yeah,
That is
and
creepy.
they've all got like weirdo circuitry, like
You can-
like organic
Great.
metal that's growing under their skins.
You can imagine it developing out of like a recreational network or something like that. It was like people wiring themselves up to it to experience just bliss, and then it kind of getting it will get itself to self.
Not being able to log off.
Yeah, and sort of turning into a Gestalt mind.
Sinister.
Gestalt.
What's Gestalt?
It's actually the title of this channel.
I was
we're
going
on.
to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Gestalt.
It's I believe it's originally a German word that means a
It
merger of
definitely
things in a seamless manner.
It's like a hybrid entity.
To reference me and Chris.
Aw.
No, 'cause,
You see, I imagine you two being more like a chimera, really.
that's very kind of you. But no, we would be wed if we fancied each other. You know. So there's the
More
network.
wine.
There's the network. What happens?
Chris, keep up the chat.
What happens? Yeah, keep it light. Yeah. What happens if we break our pacts?
Well, I assume if you break a pact with the network, then you just get switched off and just become like a brainless drooling
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You. That's
If
the
we-
important thing.
I
'Cause, like-
imagine like the souls that we use that drain us to replenish themselves. Kind of like the way we had the soul diamonds,
Yeah.
just merging.
Maybe the pack
Oh.
protects you from merging.
So yeah. So you start getting less human, and so
that's-
like you might hear of like talk of hollows or like the ridden, just to steal phrases
Steal
from
Geist,
two different
yeah.
games.
Oh yeah, it's Geist and Werewolf, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Listen, like we've been writing games about spirits for 20 years, 30 years. We're going to run out of words. But like brokers
Sorry,
who are connected to spirits in some way, and they lose that balance, and then they go rogue. And so, like at this point, you will meet one. So like the spirit takes over, and they're tremendously powerful and tremendously dangerous because there isn't that back and forth. But they're like
You end up
I
getting
wonder
the perfect
so
combination.
if you form a pact with an item,
yeah,
or something that has a spirit in it,
yeah,
and then you break that, you open the floodgates back into yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as you keep the pact, you're in charge effectively, and
You're feeding it rather than it's eating you.
Exactly, yeah.
I like that a lot.
That's fun.
Oh, I want to get taken over by the blinded sun. That's
No, that's a bad.
I have a perfect trait for you.
Oh, no, you really do,
Yeah.
don't you?
It's rage or transform.
No,
both.
it's
Also this-
Oh, is it not?
the
Parasite.
parasitical one.
I suppose so, but like
Yeah.
rage. there's that one where you can't do anything
Basically,
aside from
you
make
can-
strike actions.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You
Yeah.
can pretty much entirely run your character on basically any of them
Yeah.
because they're all designed for that sort
Yeah,
of twisted
they're
stuff.
But
all-
obviously,
yeah.
I mean, parasitical lets you come out of a cocoon as a half helicopter. I'm just saying.
Like the first time you die, you don't die. You become a cocoon, break open your own chest, and step out somehow taller and better looking. Which I think is my favourite power in the game.
That's really sinister.
It's why I'm
Yeah.
trying to pitch it, Grant.
Yeah,
You're
it's true,
not
it's true,
letting-
it's true, it's true.
We're
But
undermining
I'm getting like the idea of a flamethrower murderer.
That's
Yes.
that's
That's
true.
yeah.
I really love this.
It's a good idea.
That's okay. So who stands against us?
Everyone else.
Other gangs.
It's rival gangs,
The
I think,
gangs,
is
yeah.
the
At the
key.
gangs.
Plenty
Right,
of them.
I want each of you to come up with a name for some gangs. I don't need any explanation.
Yeah.
Unless you want to give it to me, I see the name, and we will organically pick the one which I like.
Or possibly is all of them.
Mine is the Blood Runners.
So, I like that. That's cool. Okay, yeah. I like the idea they're supplying blood.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, I like it.
They're supplying blood runners because maybe like if you make pacts for these things, as your humanity goes, like your blood starts to dry out, and so you can get replacement blood put in. It's kind of fun,
yeah.
yeah. And they've got and also they've got like blood bags like Mad Max as well.
Yeah.
They've got horrible blood farms.
Creepy.
All right, gang.
Gang.
The bucking Broncos. Their leader was actually possessed
By a
by a
horse.
bucking bronco. Was in one of those
machines.
rides. I am a serious role player.
Bucking Broncos or Rodeo Boys.
You had me at Radio Boys. Until then, honestly, that was a dweeby idea. But Radio
Radio
Boys.
Boys was so in there.
So,
I was all on the chaps.
I was trying to be gender inclusive. I'm sorry.
listen. It's like if you're being a war boy. War boys can be boys or girls. Road don't care.
I have no idea what
The rodeo don't
Oh, it's a
care.
Mad Max.
I've still not seen it.
Oh my
Well
god, it's such a
worth
good
seeing.
film!
How have you not? How are you playing this game right now and you haven't seen Mad Max?
You're gonna miss out on a lot.
My gang's
Fine.
called the Creepers.
Oh, nice.
I like it.
Do they sneak up on you and go?
And then explode.
The next one! Bastards!
I like the
Every fucking time!
I like the idea that the creepers are horrible, creepy motherfuckers with like lots of things, but they've also they've done ivy. Like they've managed to get something to grow out here,
Oh,
and so they've got kind of a
that's
weird
cool.
like symbiotic plant. So like they'll carry plants with them.
They're the main
That's
providers
really
of
nice.
food. as
Yeah,
well.
that sounds yeah.
yeah, I think that's good.
Food providers. What you got?
And the iron.
Ooh, nice.
Nice, they are just a big possessed iron.
Yeah.
They have us around.
They call that because they wear mech suits.
What do they own?
I think
Mech suit. No, what do they own? Sorry.
I think they're the ones that actually have the most genuinely legit knowledge of what's actually going on around here. So they're quite a small group
yeah.
and they're not terribly powerful.
Like a cult.
But yeah, kind of like almost like researchers gone extremely violent.
They
And
survive
the
more by their
post-apocalypse.
knowledge than
Yeah,
their strength
exactly.
of
And
numbers.
I like to imagine as well, like they actually know how cars work.
Yeah, like they've got this weird engineering stuff.
Like you know how
Crazy
cars
stuff,
work,
yeah.
and you might have actually defected from them.
Oh, that's cool.
But like they did, everyone else relies on spirits to fix it.
Yeah.
So like you'll get in a spirit mechanic,
Yeah.
and they'll come in and chant, and then like whatever spirits will interact and make that work. But you can
Yeah.
actually fix the car.
You can actually fix the car,
Yeah.
which is
That's cool.
practically magic.
It's a broken turn
Praise be to
indicator,
the
guys.
Onside.
Like iron, actual mechanics.
If you come from the iron, it means I start to feel like we're the Firefly crew. I've just started to feel like we're a motley crew of people banged together.
Nice.
So our gang name is Big Damn Heroes. And
That's better than Bucky Bronx. Yeah. Okay, cool.
I don't get any fun.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So we have the
I was
Blood
originally
Runners.
going to go with the Buckaroos.
We have
so.
the Blood Runners, the Creepers, the Iron, and
The other one.
no, it's fine. I honestly, I quite like the idea of Comic Relief, and I like the idea that they're sort of riding like robot horses and shit.
That's what I had in
Amazing.
mind, yeah.
Yeah, or just like they've got a car and a Bucky Bronco on top of that, and guns.
Yeah, the
I can
Bucky
break out my
Bronco
Texan accent.
Just rears up on its hind legs and becomes a giant mech suit. I know how to sell
why
things.
didn't you say, sweetheart? You know I love me a mech suit.
Or why?
If you
Right,
took
cool.
a bucking bronco with a spirit in it and enhanced the spirit by feeding it people, would it become a living bucking bronco?
Yeah, sounds
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what the leader
yeah.
rides.
Yeah, great.
Hovering.
Oh,
the desert zone.
Or charging
So
constantly.
I'm talking about the desert.
It's evolving.
What does this place look like? Is it like I'm imagining like black cyclopean architecture,
I
like
think
ash?
Yeah, I think it's like a city in the desert.
Okay.
So
That's what I was
there's
imagining.
bits of city there, and like probably the further you go, the weirder shit gets because
Yeah.
that's where all the spirit powered things are. But like if you go out to the outskirts, geometry starts making sense again and that kind of thing.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yes, it starts fucking with.
Yeah, like the more electrical things there are around, the weirder the environment.
Which means there's
Because
also
that
going,
means that's the more souls.
Exactly. So there's like cool stuff in there, but it's really fucking dangerous.
which means there's going to be a no-go zone, which is
Exactly.
where it's rumoured the Queen is.
Which is also which is like whatever was containing the Queen cracked.
Yeah.
Nice.
And also I figure like the network was probably what brought in. Probably what cleaned up after the apocalypse, which is why they're still humans.
Yeah.
Because that started getting lead shielding around everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like the network was originally a cult of programs who gave themselves to the network, and then like they went into these horribly dangerous, a bit like the was that Fujikama, like the Japanese nuclear explosion.
Yeah.
And so like all these like 60 and 70-year-old nuclear technicians like, well, I'm going to live 20 more years. I'm going to go do this.
Yeah.
So they went in and fixed it. And so you had like these people who were on the cusp of apocalypse, and they went in and they fixed like whatever weird sigils were in place.
Stop.
And because they're computer controlled, they can't be spirit.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
because experiments when they're immune to pain, so their bodies are going through, they've given themselves that, this great noble sacrifice, and then it's been 600,000-700,000 years, however long, but these have started breaking down, the spirits are now getting out, and the networks, all the nodes are starting to break down, and everyone, like, it's now become a struggle rather than the network just keeping everything locked in place. So you are not the good guys.
Okay,
As ever in my games, you are not the good guys.
Ash was cool. Ash is cool.
Okay.
It should be ash rather than sand. And the centre of the city should be like one of those forests in Zelda where you go one way and then you go back.
Like an Escher painting.
Yeah, exactly. Like you go down the street and then you turn back and it's different. And and geometry starts.
Which is why you're there. To navigate space.
Yeah. You have to, and the whole place is like that. But the closer you get to the palace, the more
Quite idea as well. Like you have to go through blindfolded.
Oh, to stop your mind from getting fucked up.
So
like motion sickness
and
on steroids.
like
that's cool.
You're walking forwards so that you can see, no one else can see. Don't walk in front of me. Don't run ahead. Don't go off the path. Never look back.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to have to lend you a helmet.
So we have to go dodgy places. We have to guide people blindfolded.
Echoes, someone was saying.
Oh, it's our echo. Oh shit! How do we stop the echo?
Is it because we're in a small alcove and it's bouncing off?
I imagine it is that.
In
Yeah.
that case, there's nothing we can do. Should we're all like hanging our coats from the ceiling.
The best thing we could do is all face more that way, and then we'd be less likely to.
Also, I can turn this off directional and like do it all because at the moment it's pointing basically towards Helen.
Really?
Yeah. So it's recording this side of the room.
I mean, try it. That's the first logical thing to try. I think.
Is this all posting just emojis?
There does seem to be a
That's
some
weird.
sort of face spam.
That's okay. It's it's engagement.
Is that better? Here's some no echoes speaking.
Here's some echoes,
No,
also
it's not an
non-echoes.
acoustic issue, it's a digital thing.
Oh, is that Chris?
Alright, no.
Oh, well,
Someone's diagnosing us.
thanks everyone.
Yeah, thanks, internet.
You're super helpful.
Internet.
1, 2. 2, 1, 2. Check.
Ed is a singer.
Are you really?
Yeah.
He's a comedy pirate.
I'm actually a comedy pirate. So when I turned up looking like a pirate, that's like just.
They're saying it's
Yeah,
still
I'm-
bad, mute the
And do you
mic
think
and
comedy's
unmute
good?
it.
Yeah.
How about that? Is that
We
better?
just tried muting the mic and then unmuting it.
Let's see how that goes.
Still echo.
Do you have to?
Do you have a mic on your computer?
It's nowhere near as good.
No, but
Is it
is
the
it
one that's
picking up?
using?
No, it's only doing this
It's
one.
definitely only doing
I
that
believe
one.
so. What I might do is like briefly stop the stream. Oh, that's going to cut the recording. How's this one doing, guys? Is that better?
Unsuccessful.
That's still super bad. I really like our diagnostic
Thanks,
techniques.
guys. This is really great. Okay, what we got here? I've got a gain lever. Does that do anything? Someone know what gain does?
They're saying
It
it's
means how sensitive it is to picking up stuff. So
Someone says do it.
Do some gain.
But if it's not the mic that's the problem, if there's something wrong with the digital, then that's not going to help.
Switch it back to the first thing that was on. And then rotate it back around.
Done
Okay. You're pretty much unwatchable at the moment, says
that. I mean,
Fake Alex Blue. You need to turn the bad dial down.
like you mean on the microphone or just on what we're talking
Yeah, it's
about?
possible.
I'm going to put some sound on. I'm going to get some weird echoing for a second.
Okay, cool.
Let's see how it sounds.
Maybe mute the mic first.
Probably just talk.
Yeah.
You're pretty much unwatchable at the moment, says Fake Alex Blue. You need to turn the bad dial down.